So, welcome everyone for this next webinar on pharma career counseling. And this time we have specially designed this particular webinar based on the requirements, based on the inputs which we have received from the students like us. So, thank you so much for your, wonderful response, which you extend us for every webinar. And thank you so much for, the kind of inputs, the kind of requirements which you keep on sending us, sharing us through our Instagram and directly over a call to us. And that's the reason we could have this particular career counseling program, especially for the B Farm students, for the M Farm students, so that they can clear their confusions, they can have a concrete decision, so that what after B Farm, what after M Farm, such kind of confusions can be solved. So I hope this webinar will ensure to at least give you some insights, give you some of the experiences and explorations what I have seen, which may help you in having a concrete decision for you. So let's go ahead. I am Sachin, and I am actually right now at Guwahati, and right now sharing you few of the experience. Like today, I had an opportunity to visit a few of the good multinational companies. Like today, I have visited Sun Pharma from Assam, Guwahati, as well as Agenta Pharmaceuticals and Hetero Labs. And the kind of inputs which I have even received from HR, based on the employability, based on the recruitments which they have, especially for the B Farm and M Farm freshers. So that is something which is again an eye opener for you guys, because for any HR, for any pharma company recruiting, like before 5 years, 10 years, the scenario was completely different. Today the today this situation is completely different. They do have bunch of candidates and resumes from received from any of many of the colleges and universities, but still one side they have multiple vacancy positions open for the candidates, and on other hand they cannot, or rather they are fail to get the right set of the candidates. So it is very important to understand, as a student, for you, is what exactly industry expect, what exactly are the requirements of the industry before you go ahead for any career opportunity. So I'm very sure that there are jobs, there are packages, and everything is available there in the market for you. But reaching there with the right skill set is very important. That is something which the input which I have received, a strong input which I have received today. So let's begin with this webinar. And yeah, so if you ask me what are the job opportunities or career opportunities in pharmaceutical industry, then these are, or this is something which is a spectrum of opportunities, where our industry, you can divide our industry into five different verticals. Number one is commercial industry, where we do have all the core job profiles like manufacturing, packaging, QA, QC, likewise. Then we have pharmacovigilance and clinical data management, PV and CDM, which is now trending by most of the students are preferring it. Research and development is the core research in pharma, that clinical research and hospitals. So let's have a look on what exactly are the options for you. So if your question is what after B farm, if your question is what after M farm, and then right now you have all those typical and conventional options in your head कि pharmacy के बाद में खाली I have jobs in manufacturing only, और QA QC है, या clinical research है, या sales है, then the kind of awareness which most of the students is very limited. I appeal each one of you that before you take any decision, any career decision, make sure you know each and every option which is available in the market. So this is, something which is very important slide for you, and you can even have a screenshot of this for your reference. So commercial industry, there are multiple options. Sales is there, research is there, clinical research is there, and then the most important but most neglected option is also there for career opportunity, that's business. But today in this webinar we will not be focusing anything on business. Let's focus only on job opportunities. Now if you ask me what how many are the opportunities, then I can even give you as good as 34 different job roles or 34 different job opportunities which are there, starting with commercial industry. So, commercial industry is basically the site manufacturing unit, jahan pe we have this production, packing, QA, QC, and everything. So let's talk this one by one. I'll be just focusing exactly on the skill what is exactly required there, job role wise. So number one is production and packaging, which is basically a shop floor job, and eligibility is diploma, degree, and PG. But it's not like your job role or actual job function remains the same. Obviously, if you're a M farm, if you're a B farm, your job responsibility would be completely different. Important skill tip here is to have a complete understanding and knowledge of GMP, that is good manufacturing practices. Then next is quality assurance. Quality assurance, this is also a core job, which is a shop floor. And यहाँ पे the eligibility for to join into quality assurance is B Farm or M Farm. These are few of the job roles where you have to actually monitor the process and quality of product. We also funnily call this department as crime branch investigator role, because you as a QA officer, you have to be into this particular role where you have to investigate a few of the activities, few of the errors which are happening in the industry. Next is quality control. The eligibility for this B Farm, M Farm, as well as MSc REARS. So that is something which is again a core job, and this is a lab profile. जहाँ पे everyday basis, routinely you have to work in the analytical laboratory. So analytical skill sets are very important, but you have to even compete with the MSCs, because MSc candidates are really good in as far as chemistry is concerned. And the chemistry part or the chromatography part which is there in your studies and practicals, you have to focus more on this, right? See, we have limited time of 30-40 minutes, and that's the reason I'm just focusing on what are the opportunities. See, once you know that yes, I can work in quality control, you can even get drilled down into what exactly is the job role on QC and everything. Next is regulatory affairs. As we all are aware, M-Pharm or B-Pharm experienced candidate can join in regulatory affairs. This is also known as DRA, Drug Regulatory Affairs. This is also known as the legal department of the pharmaceutical company or pharmaceutical industry, जहाँ पे you have to get into the exact documentation part and compliances. You have to focus on the ANDA filings or DMF filings. All these are there. There are different types into regulatory affairs, like site RA, which is basically into the manufacturing unit, and then we have CRA, that is corporate regulatory affairs. Next to this is technology transfer. Most of you may have heard this for the first time, but technology transfer is also known as process R&D. And the eligibility for this is M Farm or B Farm experienced, right? So this is one more department, that is technology transfer. Then next is PPIC. PPIC full form is production planning and inventory control. This sounds really a new department, but PPIC is something jahan pe industries, they do have vacancy positions, but they are not getting the right candidate. And basically, for PPIC department to join, you need to have minimum 3 years of experience in core production or core manufacturing. Also, you should have excellent management skill, because PPIC is all about management. PPIC is all about managing inventory, management, the schedule of the production batches and everything. So this is very important to have management skill as well as technical skill. Then is project management. It is project management, program management sounds similar, but the job function have some 20 to 30% of the difference. Yahan pe you have to plan and manage all the activities, and you have to comply with the supply and demand of that particular product, right? And eligibility for project management is again either M Farm or B Farm, but minimum 3 years of experience is something which you should have. So project management, program management, and PPIC. These are the three departments. Also, supply chain management. These are the four different departments which you can consider. सी बहुत स्टूडेंट्स ऐसे हैं जो सोचते हैं कि बी फार्म के बाद या एम फार्म के बाद मुझे अगर प्रोडक्शन या पैकेजिंग में जाना है या क्यूए या क्यूसी में जाना है, देन आई कैन नॉट हैव अ ग्रोथ आगे के 10 साल 20 साल। आई ओनली वर्क इन प्रोडक्शन, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है। You have to just start your career with production and packaging, and eventually after once you learn this actual practices, production, packing, QA, then after 3 years, after 5 years, you can switch your profile in the same industry into a different domain. And these domains are nothing but PPIC, project management, and supply chain management, right? And that is why you should not have a limited spectrum of the opportunity, or limited mindset when you look around any of the opportunity. These are some of the very good options which are there available in industry. Next is supply chain management, जहाँ पे आपको मैनेज करना है दी जो भी एपीआई रहते हैं, एक्सीपियंट्स रहते हैं, फिनिश प्रोडक्ट्स रहते हैं, यू हैव टू मैनेज देयर लॉजिस्टिक्स in order to manage supply and demand of the products. Again, the eligibility remains same, either B Farm or M Farm, but minimum 3 years of experience with excellent management skill, right? So these were all opportunities were there for commercial industry. We have seen like 9 to 10 different job roles into commercial industry. Then next is sales and marketing. Again, बहुत लोग ये सोचते हैं कि सेल्स एंड मार्केटिंग मतलब मेरा एक ही काम है, मेडिकल रिप्रेजेंटेटिव। मतलब मेरा डी फार्म होगा, बी फार्म होगा, एंड आई ज्वाइन एज अ मेडिकल रिप्रेजेंटेटिव, एंड सारी जिंदगी में सूट बूट टाई पहन के वो ब्रीफकेस लेके आई रन अराउंड द डॉक्टर्स एंड हॉस्पिटल्स एंड retail pharmacist. No, मेडिकल सेल्स रिप्रेजेंटेटिव इट इज एट द इनिशियल स्टेजेस। आपको 2 साल पहले या 3 साल पहले यू हैव टू वर्क देयर एज अ सेल्स रिप्रेजेंटेटिव या मेडिकल रिप्रेजेंटेटिव, बट द एक्सपीरियंस विच यू गेट ऑन फील्ड, that is something which help you to grow in this particular domain. क्योंकि sales and marketing में the best thing what you can have is you will remain always closer to the market. मार्केट में क्या चल रहा है, what exactly is trending, each and every day you will have a different challenge. So that is something which you consider yourself as a great asset of the company if you're working. Plus सेल्स एंड मार्केटिंग एक ऐसा डोमेन है जहां पे यू विल गेट परफॉर्मेंस इंसेंटिव। आप जैसा परफॉर्म कर रहे हो, जितना परफॉर्म कर रहे हो, जितने टारगेट्स आप अचीव कर रहे हो, उतनी फिनेंशियल ग्रोथ आपकी होगी, विच इज मिसिंग इन अदर डोमेन. So sales and marketing is something which is also interesting if you don't consider this कि खाली मुझे मेडिकल रिप्रेजेंटेटिव एमआर का जॉब करना है. एज यू कैन सी इन द ऑन द स्क्रीन, सेल्स एंड मार्केटिंग में बहुत सारे जॉब ऑप्शंस है, लाइक टेरिटरी मैनेजर एंड एमएसआर इज वन एंड द सेम, मेडिकल सेल्स रिप्रेजेंटेटिव. Market research is there, product management team, that is PMT, brand management, international marketing, digital marketing. Let's have a look on one to one. Territory manager and medical sales representative is same, जहाँ पे your work is basically to promote your product, और आपका एक ही काम है is to enhance the number of prescription at the doctor end, right? आपको जरूरत है important skill tip, सेल्स मार्केटिंग स्किल, मैनेजमेंट स्किल, और आपको बेसिक एनाटॉमी एंड फिजियोलॉजी का नॉलेज चाहिए, राइट? एलिजिबिलिटी डी फार्म रहेगा, बी फार्म, एम फार्म, एमबीए, एवरीवन इज एलिजिबल फॉर सेल्स रिप्रेजेंटेटिव. ओनली थिंग इज you should have excellent personality and management skill. Next is market research. वन मोर थिंग, बहुत सारी गर्ल्स, बहुत सारी लड़कियां ये सोचते हैं कि सेल्स एंड मार्केटिंग में वी कैनॉट हैव अ करियर, क्योंकि यहाँ पे एक ही ऑप्शन है मेडिकल रिप्रेजेंटेटिव. बट इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट. मार्केट रिसर्च एक ऐसा जॉब रोल है जहाँ पे इवन द गर्ल्स, द फीमेल कैंडिडेट्स कैन एक्चुअली वर्क. और आज के डेट पे मार्केट रिसर्च जो भी जितने भी कंपनीज है, 60% ऑफ देयर वर्कफोर्स आर एक्चुअली फीमेल कैंडिडेट्स. सो यू कैन इमेजिन कि market research, even though it is a part of sales and marketing, girls are working here in this particular domain. So market research, जहाँ पे eligibility is either B Farm with some experience or MBA. So that is one more avenue which you can consider. Next is PMT, product management team, जहाँ पे आपका काम रहता है is to launch the brand and to manage the entire product portfolio. यहाँ पे I strongly feel that you should complete your MBA, maybe pharma MBA or any other specialized MBA to get into this PMT. The most important advantage for PMT is the package which you get. So that is something which you can consider as a great opportunity. Next is international marketing. बीफार्म या बीफार्म एमबीए होने के बाद अगर आपका मिनिमम 5 साल का ऑन फील्ड एक्सपीरियंस है, देन यू कैन इवन गेट इनटू इंटरनेशनल मार्केटिंग, जहां पे आपका काम है प्रोडक्ट मार्केट पोर्टफोलियो मैनेजमेंट एंड आपका जो सेल्स एंड प्रोडक्ट ग्रोथ है दैट यू हैव टू एनहांस ग्लोबली. फॉर दिस यू नीड टू हैव अ स्ट्रॉन्ग मैनेजमेंट स्किल. Next to this is digital marketing. You guys are aware of digital marketing. Many of the students, they are really good content creators and they have very good knowledge about digital marketing. So if you are someone who is passionate about digital marketing, get into this digital marketing because you have a degree from pharma, and pharma industry is looking for those digital marketing professionals जिनके पास they have expertise of pharma, they have expertise of medicines. That is where you will be a perfect combination जहाँ पे you have technical skill as well as digital marketing skill. So यहाँ पे आपको बी फार्म के बाद यू कैन इवन हैव गुड सर्टिफिकेशन, मे बी एक 6 मंथ्स या 1 ईयर का एक अच्छे इंस्टीट्यूशन से यू कैन हैव अ डिजिटल मार्केटिंग सर्टिफिकेशन, जहाँ पे अपने हैंड्स ऑन कुछ इंटर्नशिप किए हैं, जहाँ पे यू हैव सम प्रूवन रिजल्ट्स ऑफ योर वर्क. So that will really help you to build your career into digital marketing. Now, after this, the next vertical is research and development, जहाँ पे we have this core departments like formulation R&D, analytical R&D, API, and clinical research. Mostly, अगर हम लोग पोल लेते हैं तो out of 100 B Pharm students, 30 to 40% students ऐसे हैं जिनको M Pharm करना है. And M Pharm के बाद then you will have these four options, the core, research and development into pharma. नंबर वन इज फॉर्मुलेशन आर एंड डी, जहां पे एम फार्म फार्मास्यूटिक्स या इंडस्ट्रियल फार्मेसी होने के बाद यू कैन गेट इनटू फॉर्मुलेशन आर एंड डी, और आपका काम मेजरली रहता है विद ए एंड डी ए प्रोजेक्ट्स, राइट. इंपॉर्टेंट स्किल टिप हियर, you should know each and everything about pre-formulation and ANDAs. नेक्स्ट इज API R&D, जहां पे आपका काम रहता है NCE डेवलपमेंट एंड NDA डेवलपमेंट. एंड आपको आपके पास सिंथेटिक केमिस्ट्री या ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री या मेडिसिनल केमिस्ट्री का नॉलेज होना बहुत जरूरी है. एम फार्म in chemistry is advisable here. Next is clinical research, the most important and highly growing research industry in pharmaceuticals in India, right? So this is something, as you can see on the screen as well, highest and emerging research sector for पोस्ट कोविड इंडिया. ठीक है, जहां पे आपको क्लिनिकल ट्रायल्स के नए नए प्रोजेक्ट्स हैंडल करने हैं, जहां पे यू हैव जॉब रोल्स लाइक क्लिनिकल रिसर्च कोऑर्डिनेटर, क्लिनिकल रिसर्च एसोसिएट, लाइक वाइज, राइट. एम फार्म in pharmacology is advisable or pharm D. Next is PV and clinical research positions, जहाँ पे we have pharmacovigilance, clinical data management, medical writing, scientific writing, medical coding, data scientist, and hospitals. Let's have a look on one by one. नंबर वन इज CRA और CRC, जिनको बोलते हैं क्लिनिकल रिसर्च एसोसिएट और या कोऑर्डिनेटर. अगेन एम फार्म इज एडवाइजेबल हियर, एम फार्म इन फार्माकोलॉजी और फार्म डी. बहुत सारे जॉब रोल्स है जहां पे CROs मतलब क्लिनिकल रिसर्च ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस है, या SMOs है, साइट मैनेजमेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस. और ये लोग जितने भी क्लिनिकल ट्रायल्स के प्रोजेक्ट्स रहते हैं, दे ड्राइव दिस प्रोजेक्ट्स एट द हॉस्पिटल साइट्स. ये काम करने के लिए दे नीड टू हैव CRAs एंड CRCs, right, associates and coordinators who have the ability to handle these clinical research projects phase wise. ठीक है, so इसके लिए you can have M.Pharm in pharmacology or PharmD. Next is pharmacovigilance or DSA, drug safety and analyst. This is again one of the most trending job role. आपका phase 4 clinical trial जो रहता है, phase 4 clinical trial is nothing but pharmacovigilance, and इसके लिए भी आपको M.Pharm pharmacology is advisable. ऐसा नहीं है कि B.Pharm होने के बाद आपको you cannot get into PV, but MPharm is most preferable as many of the MPharm candidates are basically approaching PV industry या जो भी जितने भी players है, right? One more opportunity which you can have because of PV, अभी तक तो work from home is something which is there in PV industry, but I don't see कि कितने दिन और ये work from home चलेगा, even if you have this particular job role. Clinical data management, which is again a part of phase 4 clinical trial, and everything remains same, only the job role is something which is slightly different as far as clinical data management, as it includes data. Phase 1 to phase 4 clinical research में जितना भी data create हो रहा है, जितना भी data produce हो रहा है, you are the one who have to smartly manage that data. आपको ये बायोस्टैटिस्टिशियन जो भी है या क्लिनिकल रिसर्च कोऑर्डिनेटर जो भी है, उनके साथ कोऑर्डिनेट करके यू हैव टू मैनेज द डेटा. You have some set of softwares, you have to learn these softwares, and then you have to manage this data so that you can reproduce or you can have this analytics of this data. So ये आपका important या the most critical job role रहता है जहाँ पे you have to do these job roles, clinical data management. Next is scientific writing, जहाँ पे writing a scientific information to communicate to patients या hospitals या companies. Again, MPharm is something which is advisable into scientific writing. इसको हम scientific writers बोलते हैं. Next is medical coding, which I personally, can't recommend because medical coding is now getting, into automation. जहाँ पे अगले 3 साल या 5 साल बाद it may happen कि ये पूरी medical coding की जो भी job role है, it will be, using artificial intelligence. So आप जो भी अभी काम कर रहे हो, maybe human can be replaced by technology. So diploma, degree, PG, everyone is, eligible for this particular job role. Then is data scientist. This is something which is the most challenging and highly demanded job role in the entire industry, because data scientist is something which is बहुत कम लोग ऐसे होते हैं जिनके पास बायोस्टैटिस्टिशियन या सॉफ्टवेयर की नॉलेज रहती है या डेटा प्रोसेसिंग की नॉलेज रहती है. एंड इफ यू आर द वन जिनको डेटा साइंटिस्ट या ये जॉब रोल में you are passionate about this job role, you can literally get into this. This is something where you can have highest package in the entire pharmaceutical industry, right? So this is directly related with data analytics research. Then is clinical pharmacist. Again इसके लिए eligibility है either PharmD or या MPharm. Clinical pharmacologist, most preferred is PharmD, yeah, MPharm pharmacology with some certain experience. Clinical pharmacologist का भी काम directly he is involved into clinical trials, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 जितने भी है. Medical advisor is one more thing जहाँ पे you need to have minimum 5 years of experience into clinical research या clinical trials. Eligibility is PharmD, yeah, MPharm pharmacology. Patient counselor, you have to here handle the patient by informing and guiding them about hospital services, treatment, and other details. So patient counselor is one more job role. These are some of the companies जहाँ पे you can get these opportunities. Pharmacovigilance रहेगा, medical advisor रहेगा, patient counselor रहेगा, clinical data management रहेंगे, या data scientist रहेंगे. These are some of the hospitals, these are some of the companies where you can get these opportunities. So this is all about some of the 30-35 different job opportunities, 30-35 different job roles जहाँ पे you can literally work into this. Before webinar you may be confused कि आगे क्या करना है, and it may happen कि अभी जितने भी options available है, जितने भी opportunities मेरे लिए available है right now, even today I am confused whether to go ahead with anything like clinical research or pharmacovigilance. So this confusion is everywhere, and getting a right set of awareness is very 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 important. बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स को बहुत सारे कंफ्यूजन्स है कि लाइक से फॉर एग्जांपल कॉमन कंफ्यूजन्स आर लाइक shall I go for MPharm या एमबीए? मतलब आप व्हाट विल यू सजेस्ट कि जब भी मैं किसी कॉलेजेस में ट्रेनिंग के लिए जाता हूँ, देन वी हैव दिस इंटरेक्टिव सेशन एट द एंड ऑफ द प्रोग्राम, और स्टूडेंट्स देन कम टू मी एंड दे आस्क कि सर आपको क्या लगता है कि वेदर टू गो विद एम फार्म या एमबीए? अदर कंफ्यूजन्स लाइक कि सर अगर मुझे एमबीए करना है, whether I should go with pharma MBA or general MBA. Again, confusions like which is better after B Pharm? Shall I get into a job, or shall I get into higher studies like M Pharm or MBA? Or in which job domain I should work? I'm confused between these 4 5 different job roles. How to decide the job role which is suitable for me? आपको क्या लगता है कि whether I should work in clinical research or regulatory affairs or sales and marketing? So these are some of the confusions which are there everywhere. जितने भी colleges मैंने अभी तक visit किए हुए, even in the last week I have visited few of the institutions, and even the students across India, we have the students with similar kind of confusions, and it is okay to have a confusion. But what I strongly appeal to you is, before you take any decision, make sure you have a right set of awareness. पहले आप study कीजिए, पहले you get into that कि what exactly is that job role, या industry कहाँ पे जा रही है, और या what exactly is your passion, what exactly is your area of expertise. Then and then only you finalize. So this is something which is there everywhere, and that's the reason what we are doing is, uh, we are reaching to these pharmacy colleges. हम लोग pharmacy colleges में directly जा रहे हैं, and we are conducting this one to one career counseling session. अगर आपको कुछ confusion है, then you can directly talk to us, speak to us, and you can literally get sorted with your confusion. And that's the reason one to one personal career counseling session we are reaching to these institutions. So it is something जहाँ पे if you are thinking, अगर आपको लगता है कि आपके जितने भी यू हैव अ बैच ऑफ से 60 स्टूडेंट्स या 100 स्टूडेंट्स, मे बी बी फार्म के रहेंगे, एम फार्म के रहेंगे, in case if you guys have any confusion, you can directly contact us so that we can arrange one to one career counseling program at your college. ऐसा नहीं कि सेमिनार हॉल में सबके सामने you have to come up with your confusion. No, we understand you cannot speak, you cannot express, and that's how, जैसे हम लोग मॉक इंटरव्यूज अभी ले रहे हैं, सिमिलरली वी आर कंडक्टिंग दिस वन टू वन पर्सनल करियर काउंसलिंग. जो भी आपका कंफ्यूजन है, जो भी आपके नो डिसीजंस जो भी आपके है, यू कैन डायरेक्टली कम टू अस, यू कैन स्पीक, एंड विद इन दोज 10 मिनट्स, 15 मिनट्स, 20 मिनट्स, जो भी इंटरेक्शन रहेगा वन टू वन, यू कैन गेट सॉर्टेड विथ योर कंफ्यूजन. सो इन केस इफ यू हैव एनीथिंग समथिंग जहाँ पे एक आप 20 लोग हो या 30 लोग हो, and you need to have this arrangement of counseling session, directly contact us on this number. You can save this number, you can contact us, and you can let us know कि आपका कॉलेज कहाँ पर है, how or when we can plan this particular counseling session, so we can help you there. Make sure you have followed our channel OPEX India on Instagram as well as YouTube, so that you can get all these updates. Instagram, you can connect me on Instagram. Most of you have connected me on Instagram, and thank you so much for your kind love and appreciation which you keep on give me on Instagram. Thank you so much. You can also connect me on LinkedIn. So in case if you have certain kind of inputs, जैसे कि आज हमने webinar लिया, प्लीज लेट अस नो वाया इंस्टाग्राम, वाया लिंक्डइन की आपको कौन सा कंटेंट चाहिए, what kind of webinar topic you need, so that we can plan on the next Sunday, right? So with this note, I am wishing you all the best for your exams and everything. All the best. Thank you so much.